I am Mary Angel Angeles and he is Lance Julian Reyes. The topics for today are Project Human Resource Management, Plan Human Resource Management, and Acquire Project. Before we discuss about Project Human Resource Management, first, what is Human Resource Management? The Human Resource Management is where you dig into your own personality and you come up with a style, a format, a method for dealing with the human resource challenges on your project. What is your personality? As a project manager, it's your responsibility to be the human resource manager for your project. You need to ensure that you're effectively interacting with your team, and effectively that may be a challenge for you depending on your own personality type. Are you an introvert, extrovert, motivator, thinker, or a director? What is your personality type? And you need to review and understand what you are. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? How you can behave effectively, and how can you interact with your team? Project Human Resource Management. It includes the processes that organize, manage, and lead the project team. The project team is comprised of the people with assigned roles and responsibilities for completing the project, may have varied skill sets, and may be added or removed from the team as the project progresses. Deal with team motivation, conflict resolution, support. That how you yourself behave, how you yourself interact with your project team. Project team members, also referred as the project staff. Participation of team members during planning adds their expertise to the process and strengthens their commitment to the project. 4 types of Project Human Resource Management. First, Plan Human Resource Management. Second, Acquire Project Team. Third, Develop Project Team. Lastly, Manage Project Team. Plan Human Resource Management. Understanding what the human resources are required for the project. What level of skills and when you are requiring. Second, acquire project team to actually obtain the people that needs to deliver the project as per the project plan. Third, develop project system. It is the actual human resource management where you develop the project team. Manage project team, the managing of the project team to ensure the conflicts and the team performs effectively on the project.
Created using Powtoon.
Managing and leading the project team includes, but is not limited to, first, influencing the project team. The project manager needs to be aware of and influence, when possible, human resource factors that may impact the project. These factors include team environment, geographical locations of team members, communications among stakeholders, internal and external politics, cultural issues, organization uniqueness, and other factors that may alter project performance. Professional and ethical behavior. The project management team should be aware of, subscribe to, and ensure that all team members follow professional and ethical behavior. People, the most important resource to a project. That human resource management comprises the process involved in managing people to meet the needs of the organization. That focuses on organizing, managing, and leading the project team. The project human resource management is to bring people together.
Created using Powtoon.
PHRM, Plan Human Resource Management. Plan Human Resource Management, the process of identifying and documenting project roles, responsibilities, required skills, reporting relationships, and creating a staffing management plan. Establishes project roles and responsibilities, project organization charts, and staffing management plan, including the timetable for staff acquisition and release. Inputs, project management plan, activity resource requirements, enterprise environmental factors, and organizational process assets. Tools and techniques, organization charts, networking, organizational theory, expert judgment, and meetings. The four inputs. First, project management plan, the project life cycle and the processes that will be applied to each phase, how work will be executed to accomplish the project objectives, change management plan that documents how changes will be monitored and controlled, a configuration management plan that documents how configuration management will be performed, needs and methods of communication among stakeholders. Second, activity resource requirements. Human resource planning uses activity resource requirements to determine the human resource needs for the project. The preliminary requirements regarding the required project team members and their competencies are progressively elaborated as part of the planned human resource management process. Third, enterprise environmental factors, organizational culture and structure, existing human resources, marketplace conditions, geographical dispersion of team members, personal administration policies. Fourth, organizational process assets, organizational standard processes, policies and role descriptions, templates for organizational charts and positions descriptions, lessons learned on organizational structures that have worked in previous projects, escalation procedures for handling issues within the team and within the performing organization.
Created using Powtoon.
Tools and techniques. First, organizational charts and positions description. An organizational chart is a graphical representation of an organization structure or organization hierarchy. It explains who is the company, their designation, the reporting structure, and team size. Various formats exist to document team member roles and responsibilities. Hierarchical type charts. The traditional organization chart structure can be used to show positions and relationships in a graphical, top-down format. First, Work Breakdown Structure, or WBS, designed to show how project deliverables are broken down into work packages, provide a way of showing high-level areas of responsibility. Cost and time estimates are usually provided for each WS section. By doing this, it is easier to work out a schedule and appropriate budget for the entire project. It helps the project manager determine any potential risk that the project might have. The WS is utilized at the beginning of the project to define scope, identify cost centers, and is the starting point to developing project plans. Second, Organization Breakdown Structure, or OBS, arranged according to an organization's existing departments, units, or teams with the project activities or work packages listed under each department. It is used to define the responsibilities for project management, cost reporting, billing, budgeting, and project control. The OBS provides an organizational rather than a task-based perspective of the project. Third, Resource Breakdown Structure, or RBS, is a hierarchical list of resources related by category and resource type that is used to facilitate planning and controlling of project work. It is helpful in tracking project costs and can be aligned with the organization's accounting system. It includes, at a minimum, the personal resources needed for successful completion of a project, and preferably contains all resources on which project funds will be spent, including personal tools, machinery, materials, equipment, and fees and licenses. Money is not considered a resources in the RBS. Only those resources that will cost money are included.
Created using Powtoon.
Hierarchical type examples. First, functional organization. Projects are initiated and executed by the divisional managers. Project managers usually don't have a lot of authority to obtain resources or to manage schedules and budgets. They must obtain approvals to utilize resources from other departments. Matrix organization includes weak matrix, balanced matrix, and strong matrix. Weak matrix organization. The project budget is controlled by the functional manager. The project manager has limited authority and power as his role is that of a coordinator. B. Balanced matrix organization. A balanced matrix organization is one in which a matrix management strategy is put in place to balance the level of authority between the project group and the functional group. C. Strong matrix organization. The authority lies with the project manager. He has a powerful role in the company and occupies a full-time role and responsibility. His power is unquestionable as he has a full-time administrative staff under him. He is the one that controls the project budget. In a strong projectized organization, works by arranging activities into portfolios or programs and executing them through projects. The project manager is the final authority over the project they are handling and the outcome will be their responsibility. The team last, composite matrix organization blends the functional, matrix, and projectized types of organization. A composite is just two or more models that are adapted for a special project. Examples. First, functional. A car dealership wants to initiate a new sales process. It assigns the design and implementation to the sales manager, who utilizes some of the sales as well as maintenance personnel to develop the necessary documents and implement the plan. Second, strong matrix. A vehicle manufacturing firm sets up a project to modernize its assembly line, whereby the project manager is dedicated full-time to the project and reports to the executive. The project manager chooses their project team from the design, production, and maintenance departments, who must balance their time between the regular duties and achieving their project work. Third, project-oriented. A web design firm has a user interface design department, which is available for project work when necessary. The UI department supports the firm's project and doesn't otherwise carry out much work on its own. Last, composite. A state government Department of Transportation has a maintenance division which seeks to maintain the level of service of the state's roads and bridge and capital project division, which builds new roads and bridges. The maintenance division and the capital project divisions are located side by side, reporting to the
Created using Powtoon.
First, organizational chart and positions description. Second, networking. Under organization chart and positions description is the responsibility chart. Matrix-based chart, a grid that shows the project resources assigned to each work package. It is used to illustrate the connections between work packages or activities and project team members. The matrix format shows all activities associated with one person and all people associated with one activity. These are responsible for completion of task or deliverable. A. Accountable for completion of the task. C. Consulted by those responsible for advice and expertise. I. Inform or kept update on progress and notified when tasks are completed. Role description. Text-oriented formats. Team members' responsibilities that require detailed descriptions can be specified in text-oriented formats. Usually in outline form, the documents provide information such as responsibilities, authorities, competencies, and qualifications. Second, networking. The formal and informal interaction with others in an organization, industry, or professional environment. It is a constructive way to understand political and interpersonal factors that will impact the effectiveness of various staffing management options. Example of networking include proactive correspondence, luncheon meetings, informal conversation, including meetings and events, trade conferences, and SIMSHA. Networking can be a useful technique at the beginning of a project. It can also be an effective way to enhance project management, professional development during the project and after the project ends.
Created using Powtoon.
Third, organizational theory. Fourth, expert judgment. Fifth, meetings. Output of planned human resource management. Third, organizational theory provides information regarding the way in which people, teams, and organizational units behave. It is important to recognize that different organizational structures have different individual response, individual performance, and personal relationship characteristics. Applicable organizational theories may recommend exercising a flexible leadership style that adapts the changes in a team maturity level throughout the project life cycle. Fourth, expert judgment. First of these is list the preliminary requirements for the required skills. Second, assess the roles required for the project based on standardized role descriptions within the organization. Third, determine the preliminary effort level and number of resources needed to meet the project. Fourth, determine reporting relationship needed based on the organizational culture. Fifth, provide guidelines on lead time required for staffing based on lessons learned and market conditions. Sixth, identify risks associated with staff acquisition, retention, and release plans. 7. Identify and recommend programs for complying with applicable government and union contracts. These are the examples of expert judgment. Fifth, meetings. These meetings leverage a combination of other tools and techniques to allow for all project management team members to reach consensus on the human resource management plan. Plan human resource management output. First, role and responsibility, including role, authority, responsibility, and competency. Second, project organizational chart. Third, staffing management plan, including staff acquisition, resource calendar, staff release plan, training needs, recognition, and reward, compliance, safety. Example, resource histogram of resource calendar, wherein you can see the numbers of people by monthly. The blue represents managers, the red represents business analysts, the green represents programmers, and the violet represents technical writers.
Created using Powtoon.